Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilleys Landing Resort in Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast today. Jackson and I are out here just above Short Creek. It is Saturday the 20th of November, and I did about an 8 or 9 minute of one cast, caught one fish. Then I noticed something was going on with my camera, so I checked it, and it got on a looping setting. So I believe I lost some of that video. It loops over itself, so gotta start over. I had a chop on the water. It's a little bit choppy down there below me, not much here. That's why I stopped here, because there was a really good chop on the water, and I had chop the whole time before, but I wasn't getting a lot of bites. I'm using a 1/125th PJs sculpin jig with an orange head. It's all wet. 2-pound line, a carrot float about 5 foot deep, 6.5 foot spinning rod. And like I said, I have lost my chop. I'd really have a little bit more chop. It'll come back maybe. It's kind of late in the day, so what little wind we had today is really starting to lay down. The bite that I got one bite and missed, and then the fish I caught it as I was reeling in. Did not see the bite, did not see the float move. So I'm assuming that they're biting super light and quick, so I'm not casting out very far so I can see the float. Because there's no chop on the water, I am moving the float, giving it a little bit more action than I normally would. I did not get a... Oh, I just missed him. I was gonna say, I did not catch one on the first cast, but I hooked him for a second, so that's a miss. Float was only 10 feet off the boat. He just vibrated that float, just. And that's the reason why you can't throw way out there. Like right now, I'm less than 20 feet from the boat, so I can really see that float if it moves. I think my float just moved one time. It's like he came up and sniffed it. Okay. I'm sitting about 40 feet off, 50 feet off. I just got a bite. I wasn't looking off these docks on the shallow side. I like to fish over on this side compared to middle or over the channel. Especially when I'm fishing a jig and float or anything under a float. Oh, little rat. Vibrated it again. Oh, Domino's is trying to sell me a pizza. That's pretty good fish. I was going to put my phone on silent. That's good fish. Oh, hook came out already. He is, in my little ruler net, 13.5 inches. I know it. Come on. Quit. Not bad. You'd be a good eater. Oh, that's what I don't like about nets that are not rubber. I like this net, except for this right here. And I know if I'd crimp my barb, I wouldn't have this problem. Well, I had to crimp my barb to get it out. And I'm losing a whole bunch of marabou too. God, I'm going to put another... Phooey. I'm going to put another jig on. Jig is a little bit long. Feathers are a little long for me. I kind of make my way back over to that side. I'm not going to spend a lot of time moving. I could move and fish at the same time. I'm actually doing a little better when there's no chop. It's flat water. It's not impossible to catch fish on flat water. It just, chances are it's better if there's a little bit of chop. I put on the same color, same jig. One thing I might do next time I reel in, it's really starting to get late and darker outside, and I'm starting to see more fish come up on the surface. And I might move that float up to about 3.5, 4 feet. Oh, I forgot to move the float. So I'm going to go from about 5.5 to 3.5. Always peg it in the bottom. You have a lot. It's less likely for the line to get tangled if it's on the bottom compared to the top. Just my experience. Oh, come on. That was almost like a chub was chewing on it or something. I mean, that float was just barely moving. There wasn't anything there when I set the hook, so. I've seen more chubs, creek chubs out here, and they get in these schools in the evening time. They'll get on the surface and they look like trout. But if they're in a group, if they're in a school and they're doing that, you just about can bet that it's just a school of creek chubs. And they'll eat your jig or your fly. They're a little bit hard to hook because they've got such small mouths. Just about ready to go back deep. Let's go back down to I'm a little more than 6 now. I might have got a bite there. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm okay. Was a blue heron, for those that didn't know what that would be. Grumpy birds. Yeah, I've lost all chop. I see some up and some down for me, but right here there's nothing. Now you can use like a zebra midge under this float and fish it with a spin cast. I mean, that jig that I'm using doesn't really add much weight at all as far as casting. You're casting that float. So some, if not all, of the flies that we use on our fly rod, even a scud, you could put it under this float and fish a scud here. Beaded scud, zebra midge. There was a little bit of, well, there's still just a tiny bit. One every once in a while will come up to the surface and hit, but for the most part it's pretty dead. Boy, tell you what, I'm gonna edit again, and I'm going to go ahead and put a 3 32nd ounce jig on and cast for just a little bit, just the last part of one cast, and see if I can't catch fish. Okay, I've tied a 32nd ounce Sculpin and Peach with a brown head on. It's kind of what I did last evening around the dock, so I didn't do very good. It's really hard to see the line this time of year with so many colors in the background. So I'm pretty much going on feel. Ah. Good one. The line went slack. Good fish. Gotcha. A little bigger fish. I'd say it's about 14. Where are we at? Still got 4 or 5 minutes. Oh, dang, I just had a fish. You hit it on the sink, on the drop. Starting to get a little breeze back behind me. I can feel it picking up. Maybe not. Well, it is still a little slow. Oh gosh, I wasn't going to hook anything or keep a hole in anything with that. It was all bent out. I've moved about almost 200 yards. Oh, what is that about, I think? Starting to shallow up a little bit, so I think I'm almost topping it off the bottom, which is not a bad thing. Oh, you dirty dog. Right at the boat. You just tugging on it. He must have just grabbed the tail. Maybe. See if he comes back. Yep. I think this is the last one. 3 is my limit. Did a little better throwing the jig than using the jig under the float. The jig head is now stuck in the net. So there you go. There's a fish. And get out of there. Like I said, I love this net except for that. All right, thanks for watching. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't already. I don't know that much about YouTube, but I guess you can mention this video on your channel, which would be pretty cool. Give us a little bit more coverage. If not, if you don't know how to do it, I don't know how to do it either, so that's fine. Thanks. We'll see you again tomorrow.